Hi guys, James at Rampant Lion Reviews again for you. For this video I wanted to just do another kind of channel message because I've not done one of these in quite a while actually. I think it's been about a year and a half actually since I did a little channel message video for you. So yeah, just wanted to give you an update with things that are going on with the channel. So I just wanted to say first off a huge thank you to you guys for all the support that you've given the channel across the later part of 2017 and throughout 2018. You know, the channel's it's grown a hell of a lot, and I mean there are beer tubers out there who care just about the numbers and things like that, but you know I've never been that bothered about that. For me, I just enjoy drinking the beer and learning about different places and new hops and malts and things like that, and chatting to you guys that watch the videos as well is always really nice because you guys know a lot about beer, and you know it gives me information to put in the videos and things like that. So I really enjoy that aspect of it, but I've been, you know, quite surprised at how quickly the channel's grown over particularly the last 6 months. Actually, it's grown very, very fast. So yeah, a huge thank you to all of you who have supported the channel over the last kind of 18 months, and you know, for those of you that have supported it from the start, you know, it's obviously really, really cool, and I've made a lot of good friends actually through doing all these different beer videos and things, and it's very humbling, as I always say, it's very, very humbling just to see something that I started as a hobby grow to be something that people seem to quite enjoy. So yeah, huge thank you, really, really cool stuff. So I just wanted to let you guys know kind of what's going on with the channel over the next little while. Probably when this video airs, I'll either have just arrived in Japan or I'll be on my way there. So yeah, there was a little bit of a thing with my Japanese girlfriend, and it's kind of, yeah, it's sort of working itself out. I'm heading over there for Christmas this year and spending 2 weeks, so you'll see some sake reviews and some Japanese beer reviews, maybe even a couple of Japanese whiskey reviews or something like that over the next little while, over the next couple of weeks or so. So I really hope that you enjoy those. I've missed Japan a hell of a lot. You know, it's been about 2 years, a year and a half or so since I've been over there, and it's a place that you know, it's a very special place. It's somewhere where the culture is just so different, but the people are, you know, so kind. And you almost feel just kind of, once you get past the fact that it's very, very cramped in Japan, it's just a very, very special country full of very nice people, and I'm really looking forward to going back. And yeah, well, you know, Michiko is going to come across here to Sweden, and we'll stay here. My future in Sweden pretty much kind of it really depends on how Migrationsverket are in terms of her visa, because yeah, Migrationsverket can be very difficult depending on, one, how legitimate your application is, and two, which part of the world you're from. You know, they're a lot more generous to certain parts of the world than they are to other parts of the world, and of course there's the whole Brexit kind of shitstorm going on just now, which it's just annoying. You know, being Scottish, we did not vote for that. I think most Scottish people believe in the freedom of movement across Europe. We don't care if Polish people want to come to Scotland, or Estonians or Greeks or whoever. We do not care. Unfortunately though, our southern neighbour seems to care quite a lot about that. But yeah, no, there's nothing we can really do about that. We'll see what happens politically over the next little while. That may well affect my future in Sweden as well. I really hope it doesn't, because I love it here and I want to stay here long term. There's a few, you know, obviously there's a few things. Michiko wants to do a year in New Zealand and stuff like that, but I see my long-term future in Sweden or somewhere in Scandinavia more generally. But yeah, we'll see how that kind of pans out. But yeah, from a personal perspective as well, my kind of plans over the next little while, I need to get my astrophysics stuff finished at Lund. I'm involved with the astrophysics department at Lund University here, and yeah, I left my master's degree that I was working on kind of open. I already have a master's degree in chemistry, but I was working on one in astrophysics as well, and I left that kind of open because of all the Brexit stuff, because I can still get a student visa, and you know, that helps me stay there as well. So I need to finish that off over the next little while. My Swedish has come on a hell of a lot too, so I need to make sure that I take the Swedish tests and get that kind of fully certified and things as well. And I really like learning languages actually. I really, really enjoy that, and I want to, you know, I always feel that if you go to another country, you've got to learn their language to integrate properly, and maybe that's a project for the channel at some point. I'd love to do a couple of Swedish beer reviews, doing some of the kind of Swedish classic beers like Opigård's Turbo Stout, or the nu in some ångbryggeri's Badero Bitter and stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool to do some of these Swedish, classic Swedish beers as a Swedish language beer review. So maybe that's something that I'll look at doing throughout the next year as well. We'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, main objectives are to finish off this Astrophysics Masters and take my my Swedish language test. I also enjoy doing economics and other language courses as well. So that's something that I'm kind of working on the side too. From a work perspective, things are going well. I think I've told you on the channel before that I'm a science teacher, science and maths teacher. I found that I'm actually a quite good maths teacher. I don't think I'm such a good science teacher, right enough, particularly with biology, because biology is not my subject at all. Mainly it's chemistry, physics and maths. Any of those three are fine. Biology is a different kettle of fish. But you know, my kids that I'm working with, I really like my kids. They actually discovered the YouTube channel, which was quite funny, and they're asking, "Oh, do you like beer?" And I'm just like, yeah. So that's quite a funny development. But the kids are great, and obviously, you know, when I was training in England, you wouldn't want the kids finding out something like that, because you know your channel would just get spammed and all these hate messages and stuff. But the Swedish kids are like, "Oh, we'll help you get to like 2,000 subscribers and all this." So it's a really just different approach. The Swedish kids are very, very reasonable. They're always like, well, if you tell them the reason why a rule's in place, they're just like, okay, that makes sense. Whereas, you know, if it was in England, when it was in England, they would just do anything they could to try and go against that. And in Scotland, it was more like you would have a laugh, but then if something was bad, you're like, no, that's bad, we won't do that again. It's quite funny to see these sort of different attitudes with the kids, but the kids are really nice. I'm enjoying working with the kids that I have, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, longer term, I'd like to do some work in. I quite like economics and things. I've always enjoyed economics, so it would be interesting to get into the finance sectors and data, you know, doing data science and Python programming. I've got a bit of a programming background as well from a maths and physics point, so I'd like to kind of use that a little bit more. And longer term, I would of course like to be an airline pilot, and PhD in astrophysics is also something that's in my mind as well. There's a lot of things that are in my head, and the main problem I have is focusing on one thing, of course, as you're probably gathering that watching this video with all the different ideas that I've got. But yeah, work's going very well. I like the kids for the moment, so that's the main thing, enjoying my time in Sweden. But yeah, plans for 2019. So in June of 2019, I've got a flight booked to Hong Kong. My cousin and I are going to go there. I think Michiko is going to join us in Hong Kong as well, and we're going to do Hong Kong and Macau. So you'll see some Hong Kong craft beer reviews, because I know there are some craft breweries in Hong Kong. I'm not sure if there's any in Macau, but I'll try and find out about that. And then I'm going to go and visit my old Chinese flatmates from Durham. We're going to go up into China to Guangzhou. We're going to go up to Shanghai and Beijing. I don't know if we'll make it to Chengdu, but we want to go to Harbin as well. We're actually looking at a North Korea trip as well. We're trying to see if we can do that, but of course that's something that's a little bit costly, so it's quite expensive to actually go in there, and I can do it, but I don't know whether my cousin can do it at the moment. But that's something that we are really looking into, and I really hope that that's something we can do. So you never know, in 2019 you might see some North Korean beer reviews as well, so that would be something I think that's very, very interesting to do, so keep fingers crossed for that one. Other places that I have in mind as well, you know, Davor from Slovenia has followed the channel for ages. I really need to get to Slovenia and visit there. I've got my friend Yerny from university the first time round as well, so again, that is something that's in mind. I really need to go there. I've got my friend Nadia who's in Lviv in Ukraine, and I really want to go and visit Ukraine and see her in Lviv, go to Kiev and have a little explore of the kind of western part of Ukraine. It's, you know, the cities are supposed to be very, very nice, and I know there's some kind of craft beer things going on there as well. I've got my friend Vasily in Russia. He lives in Omsk in Russia. He's he's just a crazy bastard, to be honest. He's absolutely mental, but a very, very nice guy. I'd love to go and visit him, and we were talking about you know, I quite fancied flying to Vladivostok and doing the Trans-Siberian train all the way back to the west of Russia. That's something I would love to do at some point. So yeah, we'll see how that kind of that pans out. I'd absolutely love to do that at some point. I've also got my friend Bikesh who's in in Kathmandu in Nepal as well. That's somewhere that I want to look at, but probably Russia and Nepal are places that I would be looking at in 2020, sort of around that kind of time. I'd absolutely love to go to Russia and do that. You know, the Faroe Islands is another one that I'm very, very curious about as well. You can go there for a couple of days, and I was looking at that for April, but it's my mum's 60th birthday in April as well, so I need to go back to, I want to go back to Scotland and be there for her 60th birthday during a week off in April. But yeah, you know, for some trips kind of closer to home, if you like, I'm really curious to go to Gotland here in Sweden. I'd really love to go and just have a little explore. I've heard it's very beautiful, particularly in the summer, and I do have some time in the summer that I could go there and explore it a little bit more. Of course, here in Skåne we're very close to Bornholm as well, and that's somewhere that I'm also very curious about. And I need to explore Denmark a little bit more. I've only really seen like Helsingør and Copenhagen. I've only seen the eastern side of Sjælland. I need to go and explore like Roskilde and a few of the other places. You know, that's something that is definitely in my mind as well. I need to take the train and just, you know, do a little bit of an exploring tour of Denmark. Norway, as I've mentioned in a couple of videos, is another one that I need to go and explore. I'd love to fly away up to the north of Norway and just kind of gradually work my way down. I think that would be an awesome, awesome trip. And Åland is another one, and Finland as well. I need to go and see, you know, I'd love to review some more of the Finnish craft beers, but Finnish craft beers are just gold dust. You absolutely cannot get them. So yeah, you know, there's a lot of trips kind of quite close to home that I'd like to do, but 2019 is going to be Hong Kong, Macau, China. You will see some Chinese craft beers, definitely. There's loads of things going on in China with there, and I've got some friends that are helping out with that, and hopefully some North Korean things as well across there. But yeah, I'm keeping in mind Slovenia and Ukraine in particular, and Russia and Nepal are things that I'm interested in as well. And I will travel a little bit around the Nordic countries a little bit more too. So yeah, that's kind of what's in store over the next while. I know Fabrizio as well, one of my followers who's originally from Brazil, he's wanting to, I'm going to try and sort with him to get a Brazilian beer box. He's moving to Iceland too, so maybe I'll head up to Iceland and visit him for a couple of days at some point. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's another thing that's kind of in the mix as well. So lots of things going on over 2019, 2020, so you will see a huge variety of different beers. And yeah, you know, I like to put a lot of different variety of beers on the channel, and that's something I think that you guys seem to enjoy as well. I always, whenever I go somewhere, I always like to try the local beers and put up different things on the channel for you. So that's something that I really hope you enjoy. One last point I wanted to ask for as well is if maybe perhaps you guys can help me out with something. So with two beer videos that I've filmed, what I've noticed is my camera can sometimes be a little bit of an asshole. What it's done is it's broken I've got two corrupt video files, and what's happened is when I've recorded them on the camera, the codec file hasn't created properly so that it can actually play this video file that I've created. And there are some softwares out there that can do a kind of anti-aliasing restoration process, but they're all very, you know, they all seem to be very, very expensive. So I was hoping that one of you guys that is watching the channel might have one of these softwares where I can use a sample file from the camera and it can do this restoration thing. So if any of you have had any success actually in restoring corrupt video files, please do comment below or message me through the Facebook or something like that. I've got two beer videos that I would be very, very grateful if you could help me restore, because they were two awesome beers that you know, they just, you know, very, very good beers, some of the best I've reviewed over 2018, and unfortunately the files were corrupted. So if you could help me out with restoring these files, that would also be hugely appreciated, and please do let me know about that if that's possible. But yeah, you know, as I say, 2018's been a very, very interesting time. I hope you guys are still enjoying the channel, but I'm assuming you do because of all the comments and things like that I get. I always try to reply to all the comments that I get. Usually what I do is every weekend I'll go into the community section on my video manager and just reply to all the comments. I can't really reply to them that much during the week, but I always do my best to reply to everything, all the messages and stuff that you guys are sending me. And yeah, you know, it's, as I say, this is something that I really enjoy doing. I've got no plans to stop the channel. It might speed up and slow down a little bit. I've been publishing 2 videos a day over the last little while because I had a load of things that I filmed in Germany. I've got a couple of videos that I still need to kind of edit a little bit and upload from England. You know, the camera died at some point, so I need to kind of glue a couple of videos together and stuff like that. So you will see 2 publications for a little while at the start of 2019 again for, you know, a couple of weeks, but I want to get all those videos uploaded and out there, so pay attention to that. But as I say, no intentions to stop the channel. This thing will go pretty much until my heart gives out. I think it will just speed up and slow down at different places. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update as to what was going on with the channel. I hope it's not too much of a ramble, and I hope you guys are looking forward to what the channel has to offer in 2019. I do want to do some more brewer interviews and things like that as well, and I've got a few things potentially lined up for that, and you will see Casey and Eric from Sotogami Akihabara when I'm in Japan as well. So I hope you guys enjoy the Japanese reviews over the next little while. You'll see some more sake reviews. You're also going to see a whiskey review. I'm going to aim to do at least one whiskey review each month across 2019, and I hope you guys are enjoying those as well. But lots of interesting beers to come, some sakes, some whiskies, and as I say, a huge thank you for all your support over 2018, and I'm sure it will continue going forward. But thank you again, and I will catch you guys very soon. So James from Rampant Lion Reviews, have a very happy kind of festive period 2018, and I'll catch you guys in the new year in 2019. Until the next time, Slanja just now, and I will catch you guys very soon. Enjoy the Japanese stuff. Ciao just now.